Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm Mike, and today I just want to show a couple little things that I picked up at the store. This is a Tuesday. I went to one of my local Walmarts that still has a lot of media, and I believe on Tuesday they get their new releases on the shelf. I have another Supercenter Walmart that pretty much is just bare bones anymore, and they may or may not put the new releases up on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. So didn't go there, and I was just wanting something different, something off, just maybe a blind buy, and maybe something I've seen, I wanted it to be a Blu-ray. I didn't want to just go there and buy a $5 DVD, in the bins and stuff. So I found some cool stuff. But before we get to that, I'm also going to show some Laserdiscs that I've been watching this week. Each night I've been watching a Laserdisc about the time I go to bed. They've been a little bit longer movies, so I've just been able to watch one movie. Kind of revisiting them on Laserdisc just to get a different feel for them. These are some of my favorite movies of all time, and I've been watching a couple of them. Just randomly watch them on Laserdisc and stuff. So let's get right to those new releases, shall we? I know this series has been really popular. Through Lionsgate, the Vestron video series, where they're putting out I think maybe one a month, 2 a month or something. So I took a chance. I have one other Vestron video cover of this series. I got Shiver. I think it's called, Shivers, the David Cronenberg movie. I got that. It was really pretty cool. I was really surprised. I had never seen it. So this was a blind buy. When I saw it was 1990, I was like, The other thing I really wanted to, David Carradine was in it, and that movie would be Sundown, the Vampire in Retreat. That's right. That's the title. Sundown, the Vampire in Retreat. 1990. It's got David Carradine. Who else? John Ireland, Bruce Campbell, Maxwell Caulfield, Morgan Brittany, and Jim Metzler. It's also got a couple other guys on here. Emmett Walsh, or just Emmett Walsh as we know him. Great 80s, 90s character actor. So I took a chance on this. I haven't watched it yet. Like I said, I just got these this morning. Just wanted to play around, make a video and see where it goes and show some stuff. But this isn't a regular video that I would do. But yeah, I'm gonna watch this. This is pretty cool. I've heard different things about it. I kind of cheated and heard a couple other people's reviews. Just briefly, just to kind of, and they said it was a lot of fun, stuff like that. That's the consensus. But, it is 1990. CGI was at its, infancy, really, for a low budget movie. So what we have here is a low budget movie. I mean, what was this? What company who originally released this? Vestron back in the day, duh. Directed by Anthony Hickox. So yeah, Vestron. Rated R. So when this came out, I was 14. So I don't remember this. I really don't. I don't remember this. But there you go. Sundown, the Vampire in Retreat. And next up, I do remember this movie. I remember seeing this on HBO a lot. We had HBO back in the day, in the 80s, late 80s, late 80s, we had HBO. And this was a movie that it seemed like it was always on. This came out, I was 10 years old. When when I was little, I was really into like semi-trucks, cars, helicopters. I was into everything cool, like Airwolf and customized things, Smokey and the Bandit, fast cars, cool stuff. But when I was about 10, I was starting to kind of come out of that, like I knew all this stuff. I knew all these cars and stuff. But so it wasn't like I was obsessed with this movie or anything, but I, remember seeing it, and I was like, it's going to have this car in it. We saw the previews, it's going to have this car. It's like, ooh, and watch it. It was, pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So the movie I'm talking about, if I ever get to the title, it is The Wraith. I keep trying to show it on this side. The Wraith, 1986. Boy, I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. 1986. Cast includes Charlie Sheen. Got Sherilyn Fenn, Nick Cassavetes, and Randy Quaid in this. So this is definitely, a curiosity for sure to revisit this movie. Mike Marvin, the director. This was released by New Century Productions, Alliance Entertainment. So this was, put on Vestron Video when it came out. So, yeah, it looks pretty cool. Always, for some reason in my mind, when I see The Wraith, I think of Near Dark. Now, they don't have anything in common. I don't believe any actors are in similar, same actors in each movie or director or anything like that. None of that stuff. I just always, for some reason, Near Dark and The Wraith. Maybe it's the HBO connection, because Near Dark was always on HBO too, which was a really good movie. I need to get that. But anyways, The Wraith, it's deals with this car, supercar. Okay, guys, let's rewind for a second. Okay, the car I'm talking about is a Dodge Turbo Interceptor. So it's like, yeah, that was the big stinker of it all. It's like when it showed up, it was just this, car. It's cool and all. They did a great job in fixing it up and stuff, but it's like, now looking back at it, it's like a Dodge Turbo Interceptor. It's like, it doesn't really go. Wow, that was, you got the Pontiac Firebird with the Bandit, you got, Camaros, you got Mustangs with Steve McQueen, and you got the Dodge Turbo Interceptor for Charlie Sheen, I believe it is. So, pretty cool, I think. So basically, there's this badass car. The guys, what is this? When four glowing orbs crash into each other over the Arizona desert, they leave in their wake a badass Dodge Turbo Interceptor and its enigmatic helmeted driver. The next day, the mysterious Jake, played by Charlie Sheen, appears in the town of Brooks, Arizona, if you keep a note, catching the eye of Carrie, played by Sherilyn Fenn, and the ear of Packard, a guy named Packard, played by Nick Cassavetes, the ruthless leader of a gang of street racers. When gang members start losing races and lives to the Interceptor, the recent death of Carrie's boyfriend suddenly seems connected to the arrival of Jake, played by Charlie Sheen, and that unbeatable car, the Dodge Turbo Interceptor. And an avenging entity called the Wraith. So, if I have you riveted to your seats, go out and get The Wraith if you've never seen it. It's got Randy Quaid. It looks like he plays a bumbling sheriff or something, which he's really good at. But yeah, I can't wait to watch this and see the Dodge Turbo Interceptor. So, yeah, check out The Wraith. If you're in the 40s, late 30s. You probably remember this movie for sure. Check it out, The Wraith. What I didn't say about this other movie was I didn't say the cast, did I? I did say the cast. Okay, it's got David Carradine in Sundown at Vampire Retreat, and it's got Bruce Campbell. So the young kids might like that. It's got Bruce Campbell. They all think he's cool. The kids today. It's got Maxwell Caulfield that was in it. I think he played, was it in Grease 2? I remember him Grease 2 for some reason. I'm not sure his character name in that, but yeah, this looks really interesting. I'm going to watch this one too. Well, both of them look really interesting. I'm going to watch them both. So let's get right to the Laserdisc before I start talking about something else. So anyway, guys, I started watching some movies this week on Laserdisc. Some of my favorite movies. I don't have a definitive list of favorite movies. I just have movies that are favorites. They're just beloved movies that I've always loved. So first one I popped in. This was a 19. Hang on with me, guys. When did they redo this? 91, 92, 95 maybe. Well, they did a remaster. They did a director's cut. They released the director's cut of this. Warner Brothers put this out. This came out in 1995. So I'm not sure when the director's cut was put back together and restored and everything. But I think it was brief, right before then. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is The Wild Bunch, I popped that in. Sam Peckinpah's 1969 classic. One of my just movies you can just come back to, and it has so many different little things in it and just nuances and characters and locations and shootouts and all kinds of cool stuff. I mean, you just really love the characters in this. So I wanted to check this out on Laserdisc. This is the 1995 Laserdisc edition of the director's cut of Wild Bunch. It came out on VHS and everything at the same time. And then when DVD first came out in like 98, 99, they put this same one out with a snapper. It was in a snapper case, but it had the same artwork, and that was the Wild Bunch. And that was out for the longest time. And then they re-released it on DVD and everything. And so yeah, the Wild Bunch. What can I say? I mean, if you haven't seen the Wild Bunch, you really should go see the Wild Bunch. Not everybody likes it. I mean, I know there's some people that think it's this and that, overrated, too bloody, whatever. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Another movie, Sergio Leone, a movie you're probably going to think I'm going to say Good and Bad and the Ugly, which I love that movie. It's on this same list, if you want to say list. But there's also another movie that's really, Sergio Leone takes it one step further, and he made Once Upon a Time in the West. Now this came out in, was it 68 or 69? Yeah, 68. This came out a year before The Wild Bunch. Now this is the Laserdisc edition that came out in 1994. I think this was the first time it was released widescreen, which was just crazy. I mean, watching it now, I mean, it's got the, the 16 by 9 bars. Like when you watch something letterboxed now, it's not quite as letterboxed because of our TVs. But yeah, it's like, it brings me back to the old days and watching, widescreen stuff for the first time and being so excited because you're seeing this large scale, filmed in Panavision or Technoscope or CinemaScope or something, and you're finally getting to see the correct aspect ratio. And I really love that. That's why I really got into Laserdisc, so I could finally see these movies like they're supposed to look and everything. But yeah, I really do love Once Upon a Time in the West. It's a really good movie. I mean, Charles Bronson. It's got all Henry Fonda. So many cool people in it. So yeah, I watched that the other night, and I had a good time with it. And finally, guys, this is another movie. I've been catching up on some film noir. When I'm not checking out Laserdiscs, I've been watching some film noir, so you'll see some new film noir episodes coming soon. But this was something that it kind of crosses the line a lot of times when I watch this movie. Like, it kind of noirish in a way. It's kind of film noirish, but it's not. Maybe it's the photography in it. Maybe it's just some of the script. I don't know, but I don't know, it just reminds me of film noir a little bit, but it's probably totally not on that list. Now, that would be 1952, is that right? Yes, 1952. I brought that out of my memory banks. I just wanted to make sure. 1952, The Bad and the Beautiful. I'm sorry if that's reflecting a little bit, but The Bad and the Beautiful, great movie, directed by Vincent Minnelli, starring Lana Turner, Kirk Douglas, Walter Pidgeon, Dick Powell. Great movie, super good movie. I love this movie. I think in 1962 they made a sort of follow-up to it. It's called a Week in Another Town, or Another Week in gosh, I can't think of the title. It's something like that. Another Week in Another Town, or something like that, which follows the story, and I think in Europe and stuff. But Kirk Douglas plays a son of a motion picture tycoon. Shields is his last name, so they had the make believe Shields studio, and he had just passed away, and he really was just a rich, spoiled playboy. He didn't really have a career yet in movies or anything. He just was the son of a major guy. So what he wanted to do was start the productions again. The studio was pretty much bankrupt. He was bankrupt. He had nothing. He got an idea. He meets this director, which the director always throws me off. If it is Barry Sullivan, I think, isn't it? Yeah, Barry Sullivan plays the director. And he's really good. They should have put his name on the cover, Barry Sullivan. He meets Barry Sullivan, who's an aspiring director. They come up with a script. They're going to try to do this and launch it. All they got to do is get some money. They get some money. They have a hit. Basically, it shows how ruthless Kirk Douglas is. That once he gets big, he basically steps on all his friends and backstabs everyone within range that he can do it to. He kind of tortures Lana Turner, just manipulates her and just uses her, and it's such a I don't know, it just rings film noir to me for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've been watching so many film noirs. Maybe that's it. But I watched this the other night. So it's basically that tale. I mean, Dick Powell plays a writer, and he has, same happened to him. But it's a really good movie. I would say if you want to watch a double feature about Hollywood, maybe, the flip side of Hollywood, not a glamorous made in Hollywood movie, I would watch Sunset Boulevard and The Bad and the Beautiful. I think that would be a cool double feature if you want to watch some, movies about movies. I love movies about movies. It's pretty cool. You know, movies like The Player and Sunset Boulevard and Day of the Locusts, and just movies, you know, like that. So yeah, Bad and the Beautiful. Had a lot of fun watching that. Again, it's on Laserdisc. It's on Laserdisc. It's on DVD. I think it's out of print. I'm not sure if there's a Blu-ray. I don't think there's a Blu-ray yet. I don't think. I know another week in another town in another week, or whatever it's called. I can't think of it. Damn it. I know I believe is on Blu-ray. But yeah, there you go, guys. There are some movies I watched this week. I recommend them all, of course. I mean, I think they're just really good movies. With a Laserdisc for sure. I'm not sure about the other two. The Wraith is a lot of fun. I know that from what I can remember. I probably remember half the movie still to this day. So it's a lot of fun. You know, it's cheesy 80s stuff. It's really cool. Kind of brings back those days of renting a video and stuff. And I'm going to have a blind buy with the vampire movie. I'm going to check that out. I might review it again in the future and tell you if it's really good or not. But there you go, guys. Just I tried to make a little video, but I think it's turned into a little bit bigger video. So I'm going to get off here before it makes this video any longer than it has to be. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel. I mean that, guys. Subscribe. Check out my videos. The good, the bad, the ugly. I got them all in there. If you like this episode, give me a thumbs up. Comment. I love comments from you guys. I love interacting. Let me know if you've seen any of those movies. Do you think The Bad and the Beautiful is a film noir, or kind of close to film noir? I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about. I'm not. Don't quote me on it or anything, but whatever you think about that, write that in the comments and everything. So until next time, guys, I am Mike. Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection signing off. You guys take care and be safe.